It's all about humanity. About humanity. It's all about humanity. About humanity. It's all about humanity. It's all about humanity. About humanity. It's all about humanity. About humanity. It's all about humanity.
Hello, model citizens. Welcome to Humanity Junction. I am not one of the regular hosts of Sidetrack Sunday, but I am the one that is here tonight with you on this 5th Sunday of March, also known as Easter Sunday for a lot of people. Please take a moment and answer the poll, because based on the answer to that will potentially change the direction of tonight's show. No sound. I've got sound on my end. Let me know if you can hear me or not, or if Grandpa Rails just needs to turn up his volume or not. So I would appreciate a little bit of feedback on the matter. It says I'm good here, but you know, I don't know. It's my show. There has already been a technical issue. I don't know if you've already seen the technical issue, but there is a technical issue. The question is, do you want to see a magic trick tonight? I can't believe there are 26 people that have said no. Or 26%, I should say, that said no. Are there people out there that just don't like magic? So, Grandpa Rails, it's all good. I know. Sometimes I want to block out the sound of my own voice. No, the magic trick does not involve a banana. So I'm going to tell you what the magic trick is, because almost 75% of you have said that you want to see the magic trick. And if you saw the thumbnail hinted a little bit at what the magic trick was going to be. So hold on to your knickers. Where there will be no clowns involved in this magic trick, at least no more than are usually on my show. So, Joe Rader, is the magic trick opening a box in under an hour? Almost, kind of. Sort of. The magic trick is, I'm going to take this box that's right here behind me, as you can see right there. I'm going to turn that box into a bookcase that I can put stuff on. See, isn't that worth it? Like some people didn't want to see but wouldn't that be a magic trick that you guys want to see? Is somebody opening a box and putting together a bookshelf? Oh, wait, why is that not a good idea? It's called assembly. I will be assembling a bookshelf. You're hoping for a rabbit out of the hat. So glad I voted no. Thanks, Ray. No rabbit in the hat. Yes, there is very likely going to be leftover parts. Oh, it's not an IKEA bookshelf. I gotta admit, though, very expensive item that I purchased. It even says, if you look right on the front of it, fits space, fits budget. So this is what I call a high-end bookcase. This is actually, it's a $30 bookcase. I'm kind of afraid that I'm gonna like tighten the screws on it and it's just gonna completely fall apart. Yeah, for all intents and purposes, we can say it's an Amazon special. But here's why we all need more storage. At least I always need Steve. At least I always need more storage. So Joey was over here this weekend. We were hanging out. If you didn't see it, go check out the Back on Track show from Saturday. We had an op session in this space. We had 2 operators running trains, and we showed a bit of that on the Back on Track live stream that's on Saturday mornings. So it's a little bit of an inside joke, but during that op session, these boxes that are right here, these are out in the hallway. These boxes usually live right here, and they just take up so much space. But I've got stuff I need to organize. I need to get some more organization. If somebody says, "Oh, do you have?" The answer is usually. Sorry, I'm catching up on some of these chat items. You can call it a miracle, you can call it a magic trick, but getting that bookcase together, it could be magic, it could be a miracle. I don't think there are any power tools involved, but if you haven't been here very often, you might not know that one of the things that I like to do on my channels is open the box for the first time live on the stream. So I haven't looked at the directions. I don't know what tools are going to be required. So I don't know what's going to happen. The bookcase is not going to hold magic books. What the bookcase is going to hold is all this like paint stuff, right? So I thought at one point that like I really wanted to have like all my paints like out and so I can see them. So I got these nail polish holders, which are great, and I had them all mounted to the wall. But the reality is I don't use all these colors really. I mean, I'll use black, I'll probably use brown, but I won't necessarily. So a bookshelf will be good. I'll put these all on the bookshelf, and it'll give me a nice thing, and it'll fill that space in nicely. There's a radiator against this wall, so I got some feet. This is not a part of the kit, but I got these feet. So we are going to make the bookcase, then we are going to put feet on it to raise the bookcase up, and that way the air can pull in the bottom and come out the top, so I can still get some heat out of that in the winter as I needed it. But I just thought it'd be better to have a bookcase in that corner than just having some cardboard boxes for people to trip over. I know people like coming over to other people's layouts and tripping over things. I know people enjoy that, but I've kind of decided that I'm going to try and minimize some of the tripping. Some of it, not all of it. If you do come over here, there are things in here that you will still be able to trip over, but I'm just going to see if I can reduce the number slightly. If I need a welder on this job, I think I might be in trouble. Although that said, the legs that I got are welded. They're not welded, but they're metal. Sorry, the legs are metal. They're not welded. So I could. I'm surprised the handyman isn't there doing it for him. No, that would be funny though if like somebody came in and they were like, "I'm here to put together your bookcase." I'm actually pretty good, or at least I think I'm pretty good at putting together IKEA stuff. I have a decent amount of mechanical aptitude and spatial awareness. So while I don't always get things right the first time, I can usually figure things out. So there will be technically, I guess, 2 unboxings tonight, right? So there's that box there, and then there's this box here, which has the feet in it. And then the other box, I guess we could talk about this too. One of the last streams we did, people were looking at the door over here, and they were saying, boy, like that orange door just really stands out. And I had kind of stopped noticing it, but it does kind of really stand out. So I went and I found a removable vinyl. I think it was Andy Estep said, you know, why not just wrap it? And I was like, what? But I found this removable vinyl. This is from Cricut, which I think Cricket, I guess is how you really say it. So my thought is that at least from kind of, you know, above the door handle, like as high as I can go with what I've got here, I'll wrap the door in black. I don't know. There's a lot of stuff on the door, so I got to take this up. So we won't be unboxing this tonight, but just know, keep 911 on speed dial. I would recommend it. So we'll do at least 2 unboxings tonight if we can actually get to opening up this bookcase. We'll do 2 unboxings tonight. If things go really, really well, maybe we'll unbox these boxes over here and get some of this stuff actually on the bookshelf. So instead of just like sort of doing the work, we'll actually like, thanks. Oh, where's my PPE? Well, I'm wearing shoes today. I haven't taken my shoes off yet, so I feel like that's a good safety minute. Damn, no blue smoke. I know there's no thing. Yes, we are likely going to read some of the directions, maybe not all of the directions, but we will read some of the directions, and we'll see how that goes. Hopefully it'll go pretty well, but you know, I don't know. So, okay, it's not really a magic trick. I do think miracle might be a better explanation for it, but I think the only thing really, I mean, let's just take out, we'll just take out the X-Acto knife, and why don't we, let's just open this sucker up and see how it goes. So this is what it looks like on the floor. Hopefully you guys can see kind of well. I do have a bunch of Band-Aids. They're over along the wall over there. So if you see me, or I should say, if I stop talking and run over in that direction, maybe with some interesting language, there could be a chance that I am going for the first aid supplies. Whew, I couldn't think of what I was saying about. I do not need a cat. I have enough pet hair in here from the dog, so I think we're probably okay. How long did I stay on my knees for? At least an hour or so. I hate the sight of blood. I'll hide it so you don't see it right away. Yeah, I did. I cut it open, and I didn't cut anything. I know. I might look out. These are like thin. These are really thin. So that's one upright. Here's another upright. This bookshelf is so cheap, it does not have adjustable shelves. They are fixed height shelves. This looks like these are the back panels on it. Some nice, lovely material for the back panels. Let's see if I can. I shouldn't have unfolded it. See, now you did it. Now you messed it up. All right, we'll put that over there. Then we got some shelves. Look how nice it is. Finished in the front, unfinished in the back and the bottom. This is some good particle board here. It is an Amazon bookcase, so it's not IKEA. I do think this was a pretty fast thing. So, okay, so I've got, that says BB and B. And what does this one say? This one says nothing on it. So I'm a little confused because it says, oh, I guess that's, yeah. So there we go. Look at the picture. Each shelf can only hold 20 pounds. We'll see. Do you think I'll get close to that. Oh, there you go. Look at that. It should take you 30 minutes to put together. So I think that's pretty good. Stop messing you. It takes 2 people to put together. So that's me, myself, and I would be 3 people. And it takes a hammer and a screwdriver. I don't know about anybody else, but you can use a screwdriver as a hammer, so I don't know why you would actually need something different. So here we go. The instructions say you put A on the outside of B. B goes inside of A. C goes on the back of B. You use the screws and you turn the screws in the clockwise direction to put them in. Oh, that's so funny. They give you a little clip. So this clip here is to hold the nail. You put the little nail in there so that you can hold the nail without hitting your hand to put it in. So there you go. It'll save me right there from hitting my hand. Some nails, some screws. I know, like, people that are just arriving now are like, what in the heck does this have to do with model railroading? And I mean, I think the answer is pretty obvious, right? The answer is absolutely nothing. Yeah, I don't want to hit my hand. You usually catch the replays? Well, I don't usually stream on Sundays. I am covering for the Sidetrack crew. A lot of them had family obligations this weekend, and I said I would be happy to come and step up and fill a very needed gap of some high quality entertainment here at the old. Looks like this bookshelf is the same. It's the same up and down. So there is no difference between the up and the down, which I think is maybe going to be a good thing for me. All the holes are pre-drilled, so this should be a fairly simple process. I know, we said no power tools. We're getting out some power tools. Oh, I forgot this is the camera that's on. So we'll see how this goes. I know. I mean, the whole part of doing it, painting some rooms of the color called white modern. That's interesting. Marty thinks we're going to have a multi-episode event here with me trying to put this together. What I am curious about a little bit, though, is the feet that I have, the length of screws that they come with. I think that length of screws is going to be too big, and I'm actually going to end up screwing through something, which will probably not be a good thing to do. But you know, I mean, it's all fun and games. These are very, very coarse wood screws, but they don't have any points on them. They have knocked the points off the screws, I guess, again for safety, right? I mean, that seems to be the name of the game with this guy, right? They got the little tool so you don't hit your fingers. They got screws with no points on them, and they got me trying to figure this out. Let's push up against that, and we're getting somewhere. I don't know. We'll see. I'm kind of curious if this is even going to hold together. Okay, that's not going in the hole. I guess it's good they took the point off, because then it'll only go in the hole that they have provided. So I guess that's part of the good news, right? So we'll tighten it up. We'll tighten it up later. We don't need to go too crazy. High quality again we've got here. Let's get the other upright going. We don't need to call 911 yet. Yeah, this is like kindergarten safety. I think that's probably. Oh, you know, funny you say that. I probably should glue this together, or it probably is just going to completely fall apart. But I guess, I mean, that's part of the fun, right? Is building it twice. Because they say, you know, if you don't build it twice, you didn't build it nice. Is that what they say? Is that the saying? Did I just screw up that saying? I think I screwed up that saying. I don't know what that saying is. Just making up the sayings. So, does it count if I have people watching online? Does one of the people online count as my second person? Or am I really supposed to have a second person here to help me with this? Because I do not have a second person here helping. I'm just trying not to strip the screws right now. I don't know what I need. I don't know what I need 1, 2, 3 blocks for. What glue holds MDF together? I don't know. That's a good question. What glue is in MDF? I don't know. Yeah, this is the giveaway. I am going to build this, put this together, and then I'm going to ship this to one lucky STS member at their home. I will ship it to anywhere in the world. So if you're in the UK, I will ship it to you fully assembled. All you have to do is pay the shipping charges and the assembly fee. I do have I got wood glue right here. I don't know. I mean, do I really need to glue it? I don't know. I guess I never thought to glue something like this. Gluing this seems a little overkill. I guess we'll find out though, right? I mean, if everything kind of falls down after I've put it together, then glue would probably be a good thing. But I don't know. I mean, let's just what could go wrong? Come on. How many people glue these kind of bookshelves? I've never thought to glue this kind of thing. Nope. Oh, I'm having a problem lining up the screw holes because I can't see them. But we'll get there. I've got how much time? Is anybody timing me? I mean, it said 30 minutes, but you know. See, ooh, I like had to stop talking for a second to actually think. I couldn't. I actually just had a moment of real thought there, trying to get this thing together. So it looks like some people are saying glue won't hold it together with a hammer. See you later, Bob. This is the part where you need two people. Yes, this is the part where two people would make it easier, but you know, if you think I've got two friends sitting around that want to help me put together a bookcase, yeah, I don't suspect this is gonna last overly long, but this will give me an idea of what I really need. It is, you know, as everyone's pointed out, it is a high quality MDF product. It is going together just beautifully at this point. I don't know if you guys can see, but this is just one sturdy item. Just giving these a little of a little zhuzhing. Ooh, maybe I'll glue the back on. Maybe that'll be fun because it's the back that is really what's going to hold this together. This is neither. This is not IKEA, nor is this Home Depot. This is a little-known store that I got it from. Maybe some people have heard of it, but it's called Amazon. Yeah, this is what I'm trying to do, is screw them in and do that. What is 988? I don't even know what... Oh, I don't even know what 988 is. What I will likely need to do, or what I suspect... Boy, Brad is sure giving it to Marty on today's show, isn't he? If you guys don't know, Marty is one of those members in the community that is affected by the squirrel phenomenon, or the rabbit hole phenomenon. So the joke is that it seems like every week Marty has come up with some new project, but he hasn't finished the ones that he's already started. So Brad's giving him a little bit of a hard time, I think. You know what I could probably do that would make this easier? I could mark on the shelf where the screw hole is, so that as I'm poking around, I actually have some idea. Oh, there it is. Some idea where it actually is, instead of just kind of just poking at things. It looks like the back, when the back edge is lined up, it looks like it's lined up. So, squirrel, yep. I know, Brad just said it's 88 more than 900. Yeah, no, that is true. That is true. I do actually. There are, if you look in the description on my channel, you can see I've got some affiliate links. There is a section of tools. There's a section of like audio video stuff. What else is there? There's a section of like model railroad stuff. Thank you, Ray. Dennis, it's a bookcase, one book per shelf. I'm hoping it's going to hold a couple of more things than one book per shelf. I am building this right in front of the little hole that it's supposed to go in, so I'm kind of hoping that as I build it, it's actually still going to fit in that hole. The main measurement that I took on this is that I've got this thing that this has been kicking around my room for way too long, and I wanted a shelf somewhere to put this. So I measured the shelf to see if I could get this in there, and I basically bought a bookshelf where this would fit. So I think I did pretty good there, and that fits. What are we talking about? Metric 20? Oh, Heath, don't use Team Green tools in my neck of the woods. Yeah, it's for home use though. The green stuff is good. 9 minutes so far, 30 to go. So I'm doing pretty good, right? It looks like I could have been using this the whole time, because this looks like this is almost a good height to get this in here. So let's get these up here and started. I'm a little nervous about the feet, putting the feet on this. I thought this might be a little thicker, so what I might need to do is glue some plywood to this. To put the feet on, I'm talking about, I might have to glue some plywood to this and then screw into the plywood. It doesn't come with feet. Where did I just see that? Where is it? Where did I see it? Oh, there we go, Mike. Mike, it doesn't come with feet. I bought feet separately. This is going in front of the radiator that's on the wall. So I wanted to make sure I left some space for heat to be pulled in the bottom and vented out the top. So I bought them separate. Yeah. I don't have a whole piece of plywood. I do actually have this though. I could like cut this to length and screw the feet into that, but I'll see what pieces of scrap I have and see what I can do with the feet, because I definitely want to get those feet on there as well. So we're going to do that. We're going to do that in 1 second. Rick, thank you so much for the super chat. He says he needs some nail polish holders. I got these nail polish holder idea from John 2618. Actually was using them, and he sent me the link for the ones that I am using here. I like these. You can get them in like packs of, I think, like 4, 5, and 6 or something like that. But they're just, you know, little acrylic ones. They do come with holes, so if you have a wall, you can actually screw them to. I would use the holes. I was trying to use Velcro because the wall I had them on was concrete, so that was not going to work very well. So here are the feet that I got. These feet seem to be too big for this bookcase. Let's see. Is this going to work? I just wanted something that was 4 inches tall. And, well, that's interesting. So I'm going to have to overlap them a little bit because I didn't measure that very well. And they don't, let's see, if I turn this, you'll be able to see. They're, don't mind me as I drop things. Can you see that? I don't know if you can see that, but they are overlapping. They're overlapping a little bit here. I don't think that should be too big of a deal, but, you know, definitely just shows you how, yeah, I am not going to hacksaw them. They are 4 inches tall, Container Man. Yeah, the highest quality item on this is definitely these feet at this point. I'm kind of thinking if I could find a, where are the screws? Does it not come with screws? Yes, it does come with screws. So here are the screws it comes with. Let's see. I suspect these screws are going to be too long. Ray. I don't think I'm going to have a choice. Turn the feet. The feet are they're square. I mean they're, yeah, like even if I turn them this way, they're still the same. They're not gonna change. Have fun at Costco, Marty. I could have built a 1x4 base, but buying the feet is going to be significantly easier. So that is why I bought the feet. Yeah, so these screws, I keep doing that. I really need to stop doing that. So these screws will go through. So that is not going to be a good solution. But I do have some wood that I could glue to the base and make little, just some plywood scraps that I can glue on that I am sure will serve their purpose. I don't suspect there's going to be a ton of weight on these. There's going to be some, but I don't know how much it's going to be. So I'm like searching through the bin over here in the corner. I could just bring the bin over and just show you guys what I'm sorting through. So these are all pieces and scraps that when I had this built, it was these were like leftover pieces. So I basically just said, yeah, like give me all the scraps. Don't throw anything away. I'll find a use for these scraps. So if we do something like this, and we get some scraps in here. I don't know. I got ideas. I don't know if they're good ideas. The good news is if I use this plywood, I don't really need to pre-drill everything, although I might still pre-drill anyway. But we'll see. I'm trying to grab some of the smaller scraps. I know, this is when it gets exciting, right? Can you guys see this on top here, this little mess that I'm making? Should I raise the camera up a little bit and then tilt down a little bit to give you guys the, oh, I gotta untie this first. I know you measured the height of the space. I did. I measured the height of the space. I measured a little bit of everything. I want to try and get these feet on before I do the back. I don't know why, but I figure that's a good way to do it. So I can go with these small pieces and just put these small pieces on and then not have to cut anything, which I kind of like the idea of doing that, is just using small pieces and not cutting. Or I could use some bigger pieces and do some cutting. But I'm thinking this is glue and clamp. Yeah, we'll definitely clamp it. What if you stagger the feet? I thought about that too, but I don't know. I mean, I don't know that it matters. It's not that big of a bookcase, right? I mean, just get them out near the edge. I don't know that I really need to get all of the screws screwed in either, because some of the screws don't quite line up. Actually, if I do that, that works. That'll work if I do that. Then I can get the screws into both of those. And then it's only overhanging slightly. All right, should we just go for it? Just glue? Just get out the glue and get out the clamps and go to town? Find some clampages. I told you this was going to be a really fun magic trick that I was going to do tonight. And I know it was going to provide a lot of entertainment for everybody. I guess the one thing that I'm not doing at this point is painting them. Put the wood ones on the back. I don't have any wood ones. Stagger. Get the Dremel and trim them. I could get the Dremel and trim them. It's just not. It's just not worth it. I'm just gonna let them overlap. I'm not really worried about. Not really worried about it. I mean, maybe I should be worried about it, but I am really just not. This is meant to be just a cheap kind of throwaway-ish. I guess I gotta move this, huh? I did notice that nobody has said, hey, are you sure that you're putting them on the bottom? Nobody's asked me that yet. I could be putting these on the top and completely screwing this up, and not a single person in chat has warned me of that. Where's the support? Oh, that was too much glue. We'll use the rest of that glue here. I've watched way too many of those woodworking channels where it's all about letting the, making sure you have enough glue on so that the glue squeezes out everywhere. So now I tend to like over put too much glue on everything. Yep, it's custom now. Turn the bookcase upside down. I think this is upside down. I hope this is upside down. If this is not upside down, it's too late now. Be careful with your pressure on the clamp. I've always thought don't you just provide a lot of pressure? Or are you saying if I put too much pressure on the clamp, I'll squeeze all the glue out? I guess the problem with this now is what I really should do is I should put some screws in from the bottom up to make sure that this block stays on, because the way I'm going to put these feet on, it's not going to, the feet could potentially just break right off if I don't have those screws. Oh, too much pressure and I'll break the MDF. Yeah, so it was a joke. There is no top or bottom. I was not being serious with that. I was just causing trouble, as they say. So we should have, what do we have? It's 8:45. This thing says it takes 30 minutes to put together. I guess now that I'm doing these custom feet, though, this could extend my build time a little bit. And then I don't know what we'll do if that's the case. I kind of want to cut these for this other side, but I don't know that anybody wants to wait for me to spend the time to cut this, because me cutting this could take days. So we're gonna not do that for now. I am going to figure out where these two little side guys need to go, and we'll get those glued up. Now I kind of feel like maybe I should have glued this bottom panel in, especially if I'm doing all this custom modification work, right? I mean, that's kind of That's kind of the way to do it. If I'm gonna do custom, I should have just gone all out and done full custom, but you know. Again, this is just sort of cheap storage. Don't squeeze that clamp now. Oh, the one that I put between my legs? Yeah, I don't think I'll be doing that. All right. So, who knows the drying time on wood glue? Why do I have a feeling I should leave this overnight before I actually screw the feet in? Because I'm sure that I could put some screws in, like I talked about, from the bottom up, from the top down, to hold them in while they're gluing. But if I don't do that, I think that I probably need to wait overnight for this to dry, because if I put these feet on, Dennis, if you don't know, that right there is the definition of a YouTube live stream. I don't think there is any other definition. Oh, Dave, I absolutely need a brad nailer. If I had a brad nailer, that would definitely be a good thing to have for this. Unfortunately, I think the wood screws that I have that I would probably use on this, I think are actually 1.25 inches. And being as this MDF is significantly significantly thinner than 3/4 inch plywood, I don't think I could use the wood screw or the drywall screws. I was just gonna stand the other way, and then I realized probably not good to stand with my backside to the camera. Gotta have a tiny bit of professionalism, right? So we're just getting this lined up before we clamp it. So the MDF in compression's pretty strong. It's just if I try and bend it. Heath, didn't you show us an unfinished side? Oh shoot, I did. I am building this upside down. Oh shit. Steve is right. I did put the feet on the bottom. I mean on the top. Oh, well, isn't that sad? Well, I'm not going to flip it now. I guess I could flip all the other shelves and then just have this one shelf the wrong way. Damn it, Steve! Oh, how not to assemble a bookshelf. See? I told you. See, now you guys can watch me while we let the wood glue dry. I can flip this over and flip all the other shelves over, all except for this bottom one. And you know the other thing. So here's the other thing. Boy, I completely screwed this up. Here's the other very interesting thing about this, is if I was gluing these to the other side has the open MDF side, so it actually would have held better on the other side than it would on this side. Boy, I even made a joke about somebody asking me to check whether I was doing it on the right side. I made a whole joke about it and didn't even realize that I was completely doing it wrong. Oh man, that is too funny. Oh. Oh boy. It's gonna be one of those days, isn't it? Remove the screws, it's not too late. Well, on the three of them, I can remove the screws on these three shelves. On these three shelves. So I can turn those over, but this one I can't turn over. I'll just have to paint it black, right? I mean, that's that's the easy solution, is just paint it black. I mean, I guess I could pull these off and try and wipe all the stuff off. I don't know what it is. It's not paint and it's not vinyl. It's kind of a, I don't know. It's almost like a melamine, but it's not a melamine. Or if it is a melamine, it's very, very cheap melamine. We'll use the little, all I have left are little clamps, so we'll use those on. I knew I was doing it wrong. I did it just to see. Yeah, I know. I'm not going to worry about it. I don't care enough. I don't care enough. I have this stuff, which is the vinyl stuff. I could just put vinyl shelf liner on it, right? Gosh. How dumb was that move? It's just too funny. Oh my gosh. See, there's a reason this is Sidetrack Sunday. I guess I should have moved my chat. I've got it. It's over there. It's hiding behind the workpiece right now, so I can't really see it. So I missed seeing the comments of everybody saying, you're doing it wrong, you're doing it wrong. But, hey, this, you know, like they say, if you haven't done something twice, you haven't done it right. So now I can just do it again. And I'll get it right I'll get it 3/4 right the second time around. But for this time around, it'll for this time around, it'll be slightly wrong. But, you know, I think slightly wrong is good. Gives it a little character. I did. Well, I even said, did anybody check? There you go. There you go. It's an unconventional design. Look how that thing racks as he fiddles with the wood. I haven't put the back on yet, Jub. There you go. See, Bernard gets it. So the reason I did it in this orientation is I actually did it on purpose because what I was thinking was that I wanted to paint all of the shelves the green color that I use for everything else, and I thought it would be easier to paint the green on the wood than on anything else. So I'm going to pretend that I actually did it on purpose, just because. So I didn't do it wrong. I did it exactly the way I intended it to be, and the way I intended it to be is just completely wrong. So I think I've accomplished things. Oh no, is my half an hour over? Oh no. Well, there will definitely be a blooper roll on this one, right? We can have the blooper roll of Heath's moment of realizing that yes, he really did install this the wrong way around. I'm going to keep going though, and I'm going to try and get these other 3 flipped over because I do need to put the back panel on this. And see, I'm glad I didn't put the back panel on it. So it's Riverside Green, but it's, if you go to Benjamin Moore, it is called Bavarian Green at Benjamin Moore. Oh, is that true? Gluing the shells at 5 pounds? Well, now that I have now that I have to build it a second time, the second time around, I could glue it and get those extra 5 pounds out of it. I don't think I'm going to do that, but who knows? It might happen. It might happen. If I just swap the bottom and the top, I think I see what you're saying. I think the glue in this seam, though, has gotten in and kind of glued this this side on. So I think I'm just better off just swapping the 3. It'll still be wrong. The bottom one will still be wrong, but the other 3 will be correct. So at this point, the idea would be is I get them all correct except for the bottom one, and then the bottom one, you know, I'll just put stuff on the shelf, right? I mean, once you put stuff on the shelf, it's not like you're actually gonna see it. Yeah, exactly, Ed. So this was one of those measure twice, cut once, and it's still wrong kind of things. Or what is it? Measure once, cut twice, and it'll still be wrong. Put stickers on it. There you go. I can make this my sticker collection shelf. All right, so let's swap some shelves. I'm kind of thinking, yeah, these aren't long enough. I want to find if I have a screw that I can put in from the bottom up to hold these on so that I could, yeah, these are gonna be too long. How long are these? I'm looking for screws to see if I can screw the wood in so I don't need to wait for the glue to dry to put the feet on. Oh, no, those are 1¼ inch also. I think 1¼ inch are gonna stick through as well, right? Because it's not, yeah, so the 1¼ inch are gonna stick through. So I would really need like 1-inch screws. And I don't think I have 1-inch screws anywhere because what would I ever use 1-inch screws for unless I've got, oh wait, there's one more box of screws back here. Oh no, that's, those aren't screws. Do I have 1-inch screws anywhere? Actually, let me see what are those up there? I have some screws over here as well for the fascia. Oh, no, these are 1¼ inch also. See, every screw I own is like 1¼ inch. So I don't think there is a way to temporarily screw this together while that glue dries. So I don't think I'm gonna be able to put the feet on tonight, but I am gonna swap these shelves. I'm gonna get the screw gun out. We're gonna swap the shelves. We're gonna go for it. Yeah, I did need a welder. It's standing on its head. It is standing on its head, and I put the I put them in the wrong. Oh, angle the screw. Nah, because then the head'll be sticking up as well. What was Steve's good idea? I'm seeing Steve's bad idea with the welder. Yeah, Ray, you're too late. I screwed that up. How thick are the feet where the screws go? It's now 3/4 plus 1/2 inch. So I need 1-inch screws, which I don't have because I don't have them. So we're gonna pull these screws out. We're gonna shift this up a little bit, put the screws underneath it. We're gonna do the same thing here. I'll get these two swapped, lickety split. See, this is why you need a second person. Like, if I had somebody else watching this, if there was anybody watching this, they would have been yelling, Heath, you've got it backwards, you got it upside down. But no, I didn't have anybody keeping an eye on this for me and telling me, Heath, you're doing it wrong, stop. No, I'm not. It's nobody's fault but mine. So this comes out, this flips over, this goes back in. Again, you know, if you don't do it twice, it wasn't done right. So I guess I might as well, and I guess the bad thing with this MDF is, of course, that it's now going to be not as it's now going to not be as sturdy because I'm putting the screw in it twice, but you know. What do you say? No, they wouldn't, especially if it was any of us. Yeah. What did Ray B say? Now I'm missing things. Ray B was saying it. What was Ray B saying? Yeah, it is weaker now. I should probably use glue now. I'm not going to use glue. Once I get the back on, I'm probably going to glue the back on. So once I get the back glued on, that'll hold it all together nicely. I do still think it's funny that these screws don't have points on them. I think that's really pretty funny. Like, is that really where we're at now? I should probably, but I won't. That is my life story, right, Bernard? He should have gone to a tech school instead of college. I gotta tell you, I would probably be a lot happier just coming home from work every day. I did a lot of tech stuff all growing up. I really enjoyed this this type of thing. Just sort of, you know, building stuff, putting stuff together. I had a lot of fun with it. I can't believe I glued the stuff on the other side. Yeah, so I'm Jub, I'm okay screwing down this way. What I want to do is screw up this way. I want to screw this way to hold the blocks in. That's what I really want to do. And if people don't know, I didn't go to college. I went to college for theater. I was a theater major in college. I wasn't like, I didn't go to like any like, you know, sciences or anything smart people went to. I have a degree in drama. I have a BFA in drama. I have never used my college degree ever. Screw them in, Dremel cut off the excess. I'm just, like, that just sounds like I'm creating more and more work for myself that I am trying to avoid doing. I don't want to create more work. I'm trying to create less work. So we're flipping over now the very top one. So once I get that flipped over, then we can probably put the back on. Although to put the back on, I have to remove those clamps, which is kind of why I wanted to screw it in, but I think we'll be okay. We'll figure it out. We'll make it work. Theater major, like acting like you know what you're doing. Exactly, Ed. Exactly. Fake it till you make it. That was my degree. And now that's what I do every day. I still can't believe I screwed this up. I can't believe I did this wrong. Oh, that was so dumb. I was like, oh no, it's the same up and down. And then, yeah, didn't realize, oh yeah, the shelves aren't finished on the other side. Oh man, that's it. Next month, I will not be hosting Sidetrack Sunday. After this disaster, they are definitely not going to let me back on the show. John does the first week. I don't remember the order now. John does the first week. I think Ray does the fourth week. I don't know if Nisi does the second or third, or if Rick does the second or third. But usually there isn't a fifth. So you don't get these kind of screw-ups every month because, you know, I'm not, I am not on every month. I don't get to entertain you with my screw-ups every month. So, we think these are glued enough to take the clamps off? That won't go anywhere. What could go wrong? Sparky says no. John Nisi, Rick Ray, TBD. So I'm TBD this month, and I am sure all of the Sidetrack Sunday members are saying, oh my God, why did we let this guy on here? He completely screwed up building this bookshelf, and it's all just a, it's all just a big mess. There's just no room in this place to do any work. That's one thing that drives me crazy, is just that there's just like so little space that I'm just always just tripping over things. I'm knocking into stuff. I think I put these on wrong again. I think I'm gonna have to do these a third time. Is that right? Hold on. Oh, no. So this goes on this side. This goes on this side. Okay, that's right. I took the clamps off on the wrong side. That's what I did. So the back goes on this side. I think I'm doing it again. Oh, boy. They let you on here so they all look good for next month. That's probably true. So if anybody wants to know how to build their model railroad benchwork, you can go back to the start of this video and start watching it from the beginning, and you can learn everything not to do. Because I think I pretty clearly demonstrated absolutely every wrong way of doing everything when building a model railroad layout. So the question now becomes, should I glue this down? So what do we think? Glue this down or don't glue this down? And who wants to see me use this little, who wants to see me try and use this little holder that I've already lost? This little nail holder. Oh, so I think it's supposed to help like align the screw to the edge of the, it looks like it's almost more of a screw alignment tool than it is anything else. Check the bottom shelf. The bottom's here. It's completely wrong. It's completely wrong, but it's, I know this is the back because unfinished. These are now flipped over in the right orientation. Oh, it was something. I don't know if it was educational, but it was something. Heath, will that fit out the window? Oh, it will when I throw it hard enough. It absolutely will. All right, Steve is saying glue it. Should we make Steve happy and glue it? Or should we make Steve frustrated and not glue it? I think I'm going to glue it, because if I glue it, I think gluing it will give it some nice strength. And that is absolutely what this thing needs, right? Is a little extra strength, especially when it's all in the wrong direction. You need a mini print of Heath on his knees. I have so much glue on my hands. And I'm going to get more glue on my hands after I do this, because I am actually going to spread this out just so that it doesn't doesn't make more of a mess than I really need it to make on everything. So I'll use the old method of spreading it out with the finger. And then I'll probably put this thing on in the wrong spot and mess that up, and then have a bunch of glue on the front of it. I don't have enough glue on this, but I'm gonna stick with less is more, just in case I need to pull it off for some unknown reason. But yeah, these feet would have glued onto this so much better if it was gluing onto the unfinished MDF part. Oh, Derek, you are too late. You already missed all of the fun and excitement, and we are way beyond making sure that things are in the correct orientation. At this point, it is go time. We are going to nail this back on and maybe screw the feet in. I don't know that I can put it down on the feet because of I don't know that I can put it on the feet because there might not be glued enough, but I could whatever. Glue my lips shut. You guys don't want to hear the dulcet tones of my lovely voice as I build this mess of a thing. So I'm going to use this. I'm going to try this. So if I put the nail in there, put this on the edge, somewhere near the middle, line it up. Let's try and squeeze it. Let's get into a spot. Can you guys see that? Is that on camera? Yeah, I guess it's on camera. So now we're going to take it and wow. That's high tech. This is a very high tech tool. I got to say, look at this. You put that in there. Wow, that is awesome. I was making fun of this tool, and I think this is the best thing that came with it. Yes, Rick, it is going to it's going to block the heater vent, which is why I'm putting the feet on it. So the feet on it will raise it up 4 inches, and that will allow the air to flow in, and I'm still hitting my hand. Will allow the heat to flow in underneath it and around. So yes, that is part of the plan is to do that. I actually didn't end up using the heat from the radiator this winter. The building heat was just hot as it was, that I mostly just used the air conditioning in the winter, because the heat was just so hot. But so yeah, so I am gonna this will kind of be this will be above that lower grill, and it'll be slightly in front of the other grill, but I'm not worried about it. It's also gonna have, this is probably gonna have all my paint in it. So having all my paint in it, I'm not really gonna want that heater on much anyway. This works better when you use it correctly. Like, I keep trying to hold this part of it, but you really need to hold this part of it. Hold the part with the ridges, and it works so much better. Surprised they let him have that. It came in the box, all for $30. Oh, Jub, you have no idea. The electronics in this room absolutely heat the room up as well. And when you have, as I mentioned, if you watch Back on Track on Saturday, you can see I had an op session in here and had 2 other people in here as well. And with the 2 people in here and the trains and the lights and all that stuff going, it can get a little toasty. Hot paint, yeah. No, so that's why I likely won't. I don't really think I'm gonna use that that heater much. It's just, I mean, the size of this room and the size of that heater as well. It's way too big, really, for this space. So it just it overheats overheats the room as well. So I won't do that either. Is acrylic paint flammable? I think it is, right? Well, it's not before it's put tinfoil on the back to reflect the heat. I've thought about putting, making the back thicker, definitely, just to help, but I don't know that I'm gonna worry about it, to be honest. It's, again, if I decide to use that heater, I will likely just pull this away from the wall and, you know, and not have this anywhere near the radiator. We are coming into summer, so the heater is not going to be running here. By next summer, if you go back and look through my channel, you can see that I have reorganized this room many, many times. So this is kind of just another one of those organizational videos. So it's likely everything could be completely reorganized by the next session. So I'm putting the screws in. These should help hold the wood glue, make it hold it. All right, so I got, let's see, a couple more screws. I guess or a couple more. I keep saying screws. These are nails. Yeah, I know. I finally actually caught myself. Yeah, Ed. So the thing is with the floor that I got in here, casters don't really roll. And 4-inch casters are very expensive. This whole thing together, the bookshelf was, I think it's $33, and the feet that I got, I think, were $11.99. So altogether, not a lot of money. Part of it is I don't know whether this is going to be the final solution or whether this is just sort of an intermediary solution. So I didn't want to go through a lot of extra expense to get this. So we're just gonna use up the rest of these, and then maybe we'll put the feet on. Even though it's not glued down, I mean, how much trouble could I get in? Good thing Jerry built all of his bench work. So just to be clear, Heath did the design. Jerry cut all of the wood to my design. Jerry got me started helping me do some of the pocket screw stuff because I've never done pocket screws before. But then I actually built the majority of the bench work after Jerry helped me put together some of the frames, and then I built the rest of it. Did you nail to the middle shelves? No. I didn't mark where the middle shelves are. I do have glue on the middle shelves, what I'm thinking I might end up probably doing is putting some plywood. Plywood? Is that the right word? Yeah, maybe putting a thing across here to help hold it, but it's not intended to hold a lot of weight. So yeah, 3 hours later. I don't think we've quite hit 3 hours yet. A couple of nails in the middle shelf will help keep the bottom from blowing out in the middle. Yeah. I hope he checked his lease. Some owners would not allow you to add additional wood products. Nothing in the lease about that. So I'm back here rubbing the back. Just rubbing on it, getting it all nice and done up. All right, so we'll put these two on first. Then we'll put the other one on the other side. Let's see what small drill bits Heath can find. I'll probably end up drilling straight through everything just because that's the way I like to do it. I actually really like these those hex head drill bits because I can put them in that screwdriver thing. Let's see. Let's try this one. We're going to go with 5/64. You're not going to paint the supports. I'll paint them later. Maybe. Maybe not. Again, this is, I don't know that this is the permanent solution. This is just the now solution. So, paint's not, the paint's going to go in it, not on it, I guess you can say. See if I blow out the bottom. I could have marked it. Quick release bits are a good thing. What? Oh yeah, the quick release bits. Yeah. A heater that is not used. Not a boring sidetrack Sunday. So let's see if we split the wood. Of course, that's not strong enough to do it. So we'll use we're gonna use the screw device to do the drilling, and we're going to use the drill device to do the screwing. How does that sound? I think that is the perfect solution to what I am trying to accomplish here. The problem with this thing, though, is it doesn't have this has the thing that locks them in. This doesn't have the thing that locks them in. So a lot of times when you're drilling, the drill bit gets stuck in, and it doesn't come right out. You have to kind of fight with it a little bit to get it out. But that's again all part of the fun. All part of the fun, right? That's why we're all doing this. More power, yes. What I am going to need, I think, because I don't think it's going to be long enough, is I'm going to get this extension to put the bit in the extension, because to get the drill, or to get the screw down past these edges. So who thought this would be a woodworking channel show on how not to build a bookcase? If you haven't seen, or if you missed the part, I did screw this build up. So don't follow what I did. Do what I say. Don't do what I did. And you will be in much better much better shape. Much better shape. I don't know that you'll be in better shape. I am not in any better shape because of how I have put this together. That is for sure. So any other announcements? Do I have any other announcements I need to say? What are the usual Sidetrack Sunday announcements? And what am I missing? What should I be telling people? Uh-oh. See? This is one that boy, it feels like there was no glue on this. This was one that wasn't clamped, and this is kind of what I'm worried about. Is this surface is kind of not great. Hopefully, though, once I get these other screws in, hopefully it'll hold it in place. But of course, that was amusing nonetheless. That is probably a preamble. A preamble? That's probably a... Yeah, I probably should have sanded it. That's probably a preamble to how this is all going to go. Is that it is just going to fall apart on me the second I put it on its feet. Gorilla Glue supposed to dampen the wood. Really? I did not know that about Gorilla Glue. Is that a the water, I guess, helps it needs water to dry? Is that the idea of it? I'm guessing. If they do all fall off, you can turn it over and do it right. See, Greg, there you go. Greg, right there, offering a positive bit of recommendation. So I appreciate Greg's solution, Greg's positive thoughts on the matter. It says so on the directions of the glue. Who reads directions on the glue? Water activates the glue. Interesting. I know that is true for the water. I know, hold on, let me find the other Gorilla Glue that I have. So, let's see if I can get in here. So this Gorilla Glue, this is the polyurethane, polyethylene, what kind of glue? This is the brown Gorilla Glue. This stuff, I know you're supposed to spray the surface with water. This is the glue that actually expands to glue things together. This is wood glue. This is just Gorilla Wood Glue. So I've never seen that you have to spray. I didn't know that you needed the water with the Gorilla Wood Glue. I do know that you need the water with this Gorilla Glue. So I've never heard that you need water for this glue, the wood glue. But absolutely with this glue, with this glue, 100% you add the water, it expands, there's a chemical reaction, expands the glue, yada, yada, yada. So, yes. Brown. Yes, on the brown, well, I mean, people have called that. Yeah. But that's, the glue I'm using is wood glue. It's not the urethane. It's not the Gorilla Glue. It's wood glue made by Gorilla. I don't know. I do know that I've seen some people using that expanding foam glue on this stuff, but that's not what I'm doing. Or I should say that is not what I did. Hey, there we go. I'm going to save that message. Somebody said I did something right. Yay. Yeah, wood glue is you clamp. You would have to clamp the urethane glue. Yes, because the urethane glue expands. I don't think this is vinyl. Whatever this is in here, I don't believe is vinyl. I think it's melamine. Is melamine vinyl? But we'll find out. I mean, you know, if you guys, you know, if you come back on Wednesday night for my next stream, I might be rebuilding this again, and you guys could, you know, see the future progress of this, or I should say the second build of this. But I like what Greg said. I think Greg's, that's hot. I think Greg's comment is a very valid one. Should these all fall off, then I will just, I'll be able to flip this shelf over. So it'll be a good thing if they all come off, right? I mean, once you get them all screwed on, they're holding pretty well. Although I would definitely, if I had the right length screws, I would love to go in from the, I'd love to come in from the other side. I would definitely have preferred that solution. All right, who knows where the fourth leg is? I dropped it a while ago, and I can't find it. I could bolt it too. I could bolt it. No, so these screws have always been right. Screwing down is not an issue. The issue is screwing up this way. These are too short to screw up this way, and they're probably too short to screw down that way too. I could probably use longer screws and get a little bite into the other material. Here it is. Thanks for helping me find it. I appreciate it. The leg is not the banana. So let's collect money so he can go to IKEA and buy proper legs. Well, I'm screwing down now. I want to screw, or I'm screwing up now. I want to screw down, but I am much better at screwing up than I am at screwing down. Get it? I'm better at screwing up. Get it? Get it? Ha ha, funny joke. Ha ha. Did you put the back on the wrong side? No, I did not put the back on the wrong side. I actually got the back on the right side. Although, that would be very funny. That would be very, very funny if I did. If I screwed that up, too. Which part did I get right, Sparky? Did you put the back on the wrong side? Oh, no, that was it. No. The edge is... the edge is finished on the other side. Once I get it in the right orientation. Once I flip it over, it'll all be clear that I screwed up the bottom shelf, but that everything else is correct. The bottom shelf is upside down. The rest of the shelves are right side up. Right side up. Oh. Yeah, this is all coming... This side stayed. This side stayed clamped really well. This side pretty much just came right off. I really need to screw up from the bottom. These just aren't long enough though. I need shorter. I don't know what screws to use. I need 1 inch wood screws. Does anybody have any 1-inch wood screws that they can lend me? Because that's what I need right now, and that is what I do not have. Pins and stuff, screws. Let's look in my. So this is my bucket of like screws that I've saved over from other stuff. And what I'm trying to find are some 1-inch screws that I can use to go from. So these might work, even though these have. So what I don't like about these is that they are panhead, which means that I won't be able to sink them into the wood, but they will. But I will be able to get them to hold how I need them to hold, which might be more important at this point. So if I just put like one in the center of each, I don't know what I'm actually putting on this bottom shelf. I guess is part of the issue. I don't know what, what's going to go down here. So I don't really know whether, if I put these on and they've got the button heads, I'm kind of going to screw myself over, but, how much am I really going to screw myself over? Probably not that much, but maybe a little bit. I can't see the comments right now because I'm blocking them with my thing. So if you're yelling at me about doing something stupid, I can't see it right now. So I appreciate the comment, but I don't know what you're telling me. This side just didn't glue as well as the other side. I guess this is the side too that I'm gonna have to paint. So all right, so let's screw these in. Get a little bit of get a little bite into these pieces that are coming out. I can't see where the hole is. There it is. So I'm using this to start it because this is a little too big, but once I get them started, I will be able to, where's the hole? Right there. Once I get them started, I'll be able to use the other screw gun. And then we'll suck them in real tight, and we'll call this done, maybe. Who knew this was going to be a long show, right? Pre-drill, otherwise they will blow out. I did pre-drill. I wonder if he has a spare battery charge. I do. I've got a bunch of spare batteries for a lot of this Ryobi stuff. I love SPAX screws. What are SPAX screws? I don't think I've ever... I don't know that I know what SPAX screws are. Are those the construction screws with the with like the star bits? Take screws out of your benchwork. The screws in my benchwork are all 1.25 inches. What I don't know, what I'm trying to figure out is if you're talking about these screws. These don't say SPAK on them. So these are Home Depot construction screws. They're T25 star bit screws, but I don't know what SPAC means. But this is what I used for any of the bench work where I wasn't using pocket screws. This is what that's what I used on the bench work. But yeah, bench work is all it's all the wrong length screw. It's all 1.25 inches. that made more noise than it should have, than it needed to. Why is it not? Nope. I'm trying to suck it down, but it's not sucking it down. It's leaving a gap. Let's pull this off. And let's loosen these screws up to get this to sit back down flat. And we will then screw this up to make that tight. And then we will screw that back down, which then should hold it flat. Okay, there's that one. Stop telling him how to do it right. You'll ruin the rest of the show. Yes, they don't split pine or MDF. Nope, SPAX screws. I have no idea what those are. I don't know. This one's not sitting down. Sit down, buddy. Sit down. When in doubt, take it all apart again, right? Because we've already taken it apart a couple times, so we might as well take it apart again. The glue is still wet, so if I can get this sucked down, this will glue back together nicely. So let's go up this way. Oh. I am stripping that screw. Let's not strip that screw anymore. Let's grab a different screw. This would be much easier if I was doing it the other way around, where I was drilling down, not drilling up, but you know, why make my life easy? Why not just do it the hard way? Because that's the way we like to do things around here. Only thing about the shelf unit that has anything to do with model railroading, it's not going to hold. It's not going to hold model railroad cars. It's going to hold paint supplies and some other kind of items like that. This one's coming up now too. So I'm going to need to find more of these screws. We need to find more of these screws and keep screwing in these feet from the other side. And then probably go to Home Depot and buy more of these screws so that I can put more screws in and get some 1-inch flatheads so that I can countersink the heads and not have these, not have these screw heads in the way of stuff that I want to stick on this shelf. But I kind of had a feeling this was going to be a problem. Didn't really realize how much of a problem it was going to be. Now I can't find the hole that I made. There it is. Oh. Where'd you go? Where'd you go? Where are you? You're right there. There we go. I'm trying not to get in front of the camera. But I would say I'm not having the easiest time drilling. Flip it over, let the glue dry. I'm trying to suck the glue down to the I'm trying to suck it down so that the glue, when it does dry, will dry with it tight against the thing. Against the thing? That's not the right word. And I think I messed up that. You know what I just realized I could have been doing this whole time? I could have tilted this on its side and done it like this, which would have been a little bit easier. But I stripped that one good. And there's space there too. I was trying to eliminate that space. I'll have to get that out a different way. I am making more, the farther I get on this, the more I'm making a mess. At some point, you think it's just time to stop. Because this is becoming more and more of a mess the more and more I go at it. So I should probably just stop. But I can't use the clamps anymore because I got the legs on. I shouldn't have put the legs on. That's what I shouldn't have done, is put the legs on. I should have waited. But I didn't wait because I was on a live stream and I wanted to get this set up. But that was a mistake because now I've got a screw that I've got to do the old loopity-loo with, because I stripped it because I didn't want to wait. So I guess the thing to do is I got to go get some 1-inch long screws. I was hoping to have all this cleaned up tonight because I got to work tomorrow. I got to work in this room tomorrow. So what I need to do is get some 1-inch screws. I need to pull these blocks off the base. I need to put the screws in and properly screw all these blocks in nice and tight, and then put the legs on them. And if I get like 1-inch wood screws or something like that, this should work. This should work really, really well once I get the screws that I need. I just wanted to be done. I just wanted to make it. I wanted to fill it up with stuff. That was the goal, is to make the room have less stuff in it, not more stuff in it. So this is why model railroaders don't do woodworking. Or at least this is why this model railroader doesn't do woodworking. No, I just screwed up because I was doing it on a live stream, and I was trying to get it done, and I was rushing, and I made mistakes. And that's what happens. That is what happens. It's kind of like when you try and run a train on a live stream, and the more you try and, run the train, the less it works because everyone's watching. Well, that's basically what I did tonight. I tried to get the train to run, and it didn't work. Yes, Derek. I'm not saying it's your fault. What I'm saying is it is my fault that I tried to get it done instead of just waiting for the glue to dry and doing it right and everything. Because if I would have taken my time, I would have caught some of the errors that I made that screwed things up. Put a washer on the 1/4-inch screw. I want to sink the screw into the shelf though. I don't want a washer. I don't want it sticking up. I guess that's the problem with this setup is I want it to sit flush, but it's not sitting flush. And now when I screwed these through too, the melamine's kind of blocking it from laying flat now too. It's like stuff got between the wood, so then it wasn't laying flat. So then that became a problem. This glue did not hold at all to this. I probably could just flip this over because of how poorly this wood is holding. I wonder if I can't do that. Yeah, this didn't hold at all. So I'm going to take this off. I'm going to flip this shelf over. And then I can glue the wood on the right side. I can let the glue dry. The glue will hold better because it's the unfinished MDF. And it'll then be correct, except for the couple holes that I'll have in it. But, you know, who cares about the holes? So there's some holes here. So this will end up being the bottom piece. Oh, I just realized though, I glued and nailed this. I glued and nailed the bottom. So now I need to get it apart now. Yeah, Al, that is very, very true. I think, voided the warranty. The question is, did the glue along the back dry that it will not now allow me to pull this off without completely just destroying everything? Do you think Amazon's pretty good with returns? Do you think I could just call Amazon back up and say, you know, there was a problem with the unit. I tried putting it together and it didn't go the way I expected it to, so can I get my money back? I don't know that would work. Now I need a thing. Everyone's like, what is a thing? I do that all the time too. It's like, I know what I mean. I just don't know what I need. The thing is working. We're getting some space in here to get this guy off. Except for this one. This one is saying, no, don't take me off. Amazon will take it back. It's getting to Kohl's that will be tough. Here in New York City, you don't need a box. Apparently, you can return it without the box. And you go to the UPS store. Like one of those, you know, one of those standalone little like UPS stores that they have. So you don't actually, Kohl's is an option. I don't know that there's a Kohl's. I don't know where there is a Kohl's. So that would become a little bit of a problem. But I don't know. Do you think if I showed them this video and said that there's a problem? Oh, that's a good idea, Ed. To go from the center, go from the center out. Okay. The good news is we've now got this in the correct orientation, even though I've sort of completely damaged the top of this. But again, you know, it'll be hidden, right? we'll hide it in we'll hide it within something. So now I just need to stick the screws in. Put this, oh, let's stick the screws in this side. We'll stick these screws in here. Do you have a countersink bit? I do, actually. I have a countersink bit with all of the various sizes. 8, 12, 8, 10, 12. What's the other size? Maybe 6? It's a 4-thing set. So when I get the flathead screws, I will be able to countersink them in. So I'll use the same holes that I used previously to countersink them, so that they'll kind of disappear. Drill the holes out with a countersink to, yeah, I'll definitely do that when I go to, when I replace them. I'll go to the store tomorrow at some point and get some 1-inch screws, and then I will use those 1-inch screws to properly attach these pieces of wood on here. Because even gluing this down, it'll still be good to have it screwed in as well. But I just don't have the right screws right now. I might take a little bit of a light sand to it as well once it all dries up and it's nice and neat. It is interesting how the glue didn't stick to that to the black surface of that at all. So I guess it's, you know, I guess it's good for me that that I get to try it again. Get to try gluing this all down one more time. Make it all perfect and pretty. Second time's a charm, as they say. Where's the wood glue now? Who knows where I lost the wood glue? Here's the wood glue. So I'm gonna wood glue this back, clamp it. Probably won't screw it back together. Are we still working on the same shelf? Yes. We are still working on the same shelf. We've now fixed everything though, right? I mean, we're now gluing it to the correct side. This is the porous side. So this side will definitely hold the glue better, which is, you know, a good thing. I don't think I'm gonna wet this glue though. I know some people said to wet the glue. Not gonna wet the glue. We're just gonna glue this down. Probably put way more than enough glue on there. So we'll glue and we'll clamp it. Where are the clampers? Here's the clampers. I don't know if I'll be able to clamp this with the with this thing on. I need extra blocks here because I can't get the clamp in. So we will apply some pressure. Get these nice and clamped. So I got the clamp there. We'll get the clamp across here as well. Let's see, can I get a clamp in there? I can't get a clamp in there now because the back is on. That's the problem. That's a problem I didn't think about. Is now that I've installed the back, I can't clamp it. Oh, that's a bummer. That's a bad, that's a bummer. So I can clamp the front of it. So the front two pieces are clamped real good. It's these back pieces that I can't clamp real good. This is the side where I do not have the screws. I don't have a strap clamp. That is one type of clamp that I do not have. I don't know that I can. I don't think I can. I think what I should do is just stop. I think I should stop. I think that's the lesson that we should all be learning from this process is just stop. Yeah, the whole back is brad nails, but it's also all glued. So I really don't want to pull the glue off of every single shelf off the back. Yeah, so I'm gonna just wait because once I get the correct screws, I can then glue the wood blocks on, screw them in from the top. Those screws will hold the glue while it's drying. A little Heath clamp, a little weight on it. What's Derek right about? What'd Derek say? Screw through a temp block to hold it down before the glue dries. Yeah. I've already made so many holes in the other side. I'm kind of like, do I want to make holes on this side too? I mean, I guess I could put holes in these two just to suck them down. And then just let this side dry. We won't get to the other side though. Or I should say we're not gonna do the other side. Hold on. There we go. That's what I wanted. So I need to turn this clamp around. So that I can get in there. And I will put 2 screws in here, 1 in each board. These screws will be replaced tomorrow. I will use, I'll just use those panhead screws. And those panhead screws will be a nice little clamp for those 2 pieces of wood along the back that I couldn't reach to clamp. For anybody that's just getting here, this is a what not to do. Yeah. Al, I think you would be better off doing it yourself. Let's find another screw that's not stripped. I mean, the good news is this glue is definitely going to hold better on this side. You know, because this side is definitely more porous. Okay. Oh. Come on. There we go. Oh, that didn't screw all the way in. There we go. That's tight. That's tight. Great angle to watch something. What are you guys seeing? You seeing the back of my head? So that's the one side. Now I just need this other side. Did not work out as well as the other side. And of course this is dinging because it's saying you are tilted down too far. So this needs more help than I think I can give it tonight. So I think I need to stop. Use an existing hole on this side. I could just use the screws that are too long on this side to just hold these all in. Essentially hold them in where I need them. So that I can, oh, come on. So that I can have everything glued down for when I get the correct screws. I'm like trying to wrap up and you guys are like, hey, like, keep going, do this. Keep going, do that. You don't think it's too late for me that I should just stop, just give up, just walk away? The side of the sidetrack. Why? Why stop now? Because I don't have the 1-inch screws. Oh, that is way too much glue. Why did you put so much glue on this? So this front one here, I can clamp. This back one here, I can't clamp, but I've got a corner with no glue on it. So this one can't be clamped. So this one needs a screw from the bottom. I need to find, let's see, can I use this one? Yep, this one is not stripped. So let's try this guy. Down here, and it's probably not going to be lined up. Joe, that is 100% correct. I would say that I screwed up by opening the box. I would agree with that. Is this the shelf for in front of the radiator? Yes. Yes, Andy, yes. Oh, come on. These screws that I've been trying to use, these are such cheap, crappy screws. They just keep stripping on me. And these are decent bits. The bit's in fine shape. These are just shitty screws, is my take on it. Don't blame the screws. I am. There's screws that came with something else, so they're probably not, they're probably not very good screws. I'm going to get a better screw. It's just going to be too long, but that's okay. That is okay. We're going to use those construction screws that I have that take the T25 bit, because the bit is, I would say, much harder to strip. Almost impossible to strip. Is it impossible to strip? I don't know. Probably not impossible. If anybody can strip this bit, I would say it is me. So hold on to your knickers if you want to see somebody strip a bit. The battery in this thing's like dead. The other battery's over there. The one person, the engineer who designed the directions, never thought would build the unit. In my defense, this is a modification to the unit, not a original design. So that could be the other side of it, is that whoever the person is that is doing this part of the work is doing too much custom work. A screw from his place in Brooklyn. Who's giving me? Oh, who's giving me screws in the? Who's got screws in Brooklyn that can bring me screws? Because I wouldn't mind if someone wanted to bring me screws from Brooklyn. I would take them. I am scraping some glue off of this to try and get this to sit a little bit more flat. Although, you know what I probably could do? Is just get a different piece, Heath. Just get a different piece of wood. You don't need to use the same piece of wood that you already messed up once when you got so many other scraps of wood. So when I worked in theater, I was not a carpenter. We'll just say that right now. They did not let me do carpentry work. And as you can probably imagine, why. Heath, do you have still any Band-Aids left? I do still have Band-Aids left. Absolutely. Absolutely have Band-Aids left. I'm going to take this. I'm going to make this bigger. I'm going to glue this like this. Clampy, clampy. Is that going to work? No. That's not working the way I want it to, so we are going to put another screw in this guy. So here are these screws. T25 head screw. I need to start it with this little guy because I could get my right hand screw thing out. And I keep saying the battery's dead. Like, I could probably reach the battery from where I'm sitting right now. Tippy tippy, we would have never known. What wouldn't have you known? Why can't you put that out on the edge? The clamp doesn't have a wide enough throat. Is that what you're asking about, the clamp? Or are you asking, I'm not sure what you're asking, Ray. Waiting for the duct tape to come out? Hopefully I will not get to the point where I need to get the duct tape out. I can't tell if this one's holding tight enough or not for the glue, but so these two pieces are a little shorter than I would really like, but I don't think I have any longer ones. I think they're all kind of the same length, unless I used one of these, which I could use one of these, because I don't think I'm really going to use any more of these. Maybe that's the thing to do, or use these guys. Use one of those there, use one of these here. These were some of the risers for the layout, which I've pretty much got all my risers in place, so don't really need them. Why don't I do this back one first? Although I don't have any screws in the back. Duct tape will hold the piece while the glue dries. Duct tape is better than nothing. Well, I've screwed it in from the bottom. It's It seems pretty snug. Would it have been easier to build this out of Lego? Probably, Andy. Oh, no, my legs. Why can't you put that out on the edge? No, my legs. Oh, there's a little bit of a they're not flat from this edge here to this edge. They're not flat. So yes, the weight of the legs is on the bottom shelf as opposed to on the sides. So all the weight's resting on the bottom shelf instead of the sides. But if I put them on the sides, I would have had to shim the legs up. So, you know, for what this shelf is and for how long I am hoping that it will last, I think I'm just gonna do whatever and just make it work. That's what I'm saying. I'm saying I'm just gonna do whatever and make it work. Is it Wednesday already? No, it's even worse. It's not Wednesday. That's the problem. If it was Wednesday, I don't think we would be having as much of a struggle. But since it's not Wednesday, this is a ripe old difficult struggle going on right now. I need a couple extra hands. I'm sure I'm starting to figure out the reason why they needed 2 people. And I don't know that it was so much for putting together the bookcase as it was for these extra modifications I'm doing. I can take it, he won't pre-drill it, won't work. There we go. No pre-drilled, just go back and forth and it sucks it in nice and tight. Did Heath visit IKEA today? No, it came via Amazon. So Sunday is Heath's usual furniture assembly day. Oh, yes, exactly. It was the shelves are upside down. Yeah, I mean, I guess, you know, this all worked out now, right? Because now the shelves are all in the correct direction. So now none of the shelves are upside down. So now we're back to everything kind of being perfect. Outside of what Ray just pointed out, which is a very valid point, is that the weight of the shelves are on the bottom shelf and not on the uprights, which is definitely a no-no. But, you know, I mean, it's mine, so I might as well do it wrong. Do I have more of these somewhere? So this one, because it's on the front edge, I'm just going to clamp it. I am not going to add a screw, and I will go get the right length screws tomorrow and make it all funky dory tomorrow. Oh. No, I just got glue all over my clamp. Let's use a different clamp so I don't glue the clamp to the wood, because that would be another fun thing. So should I finish this build on Tuesday? God damn. Oh my gosh. I thought this was going to be just a quick, simple little stream. Rumor has it will be shorter than an unboxing. Yeah, this was different than I expected. Things are going better now, though. I gotta say, I think I like the direction things are going in now, and Yeah, so the plan is, if you guys got here late, this is to go in this area here, in front of the radiator. The reason I'm putting the feet on, which has turned into the nightmare, the reason I'm putting the feet on is to lift it up above the vent on the bottom, so that it's kind of between the bottom vent and the top vent, so that air can still be pulled in underneath it. Oh, Ray. I even said, I was like, oh, I'm not going to do an April Fool's show. I'm just going to do a regular show. The worst of this is now I still got to clean all of this up. The worst is I'm not actually done. I still got more stuff to do. But at least it's now clamped on the right side, the correct side, I should say. Yeah. Oh my God. Yeah, so if you haven't seen it yet, just because some people might have just arrived, watch Back on Track this past Saturday. Dennis, if you want to post the link up for the last Back on Track episode, we had Andy A Step, which is SD Pandy Projects right there, as well as Joey from Late Night were over here, and we actually did what I would kind of consider the first op session, sort of. It was kind of a shakedown session, kind of an op session. I don't really know what the difference is between the two, but those guys were over here, and I happened to jump on Back on Track and got some questions from those guys and showed some of the operations of the layout. So the layout is going much, much better than this bookshelf build. Oh, Wednesday. When you guys come Wednesday, I'm going to have a bookshelf over there, kind of against the wall. And, yeah. So anybody got any woodworking questions that they would like me to give them my, It's been a long weekend. I mean, Joey came over and it was really fantastic. And he helped put together this building in the back here. I've already messed up parts of it, which unfortunately, but I don't know. I might be able to fix some of it. I might not be able to fix some of it. But I made a little bit of a mistake that, anyway, not going to get into that. It's been a long weekend. Which is harder, oak or poplar? I don't know. I think oak, though, isn't it? I think the answer is oak. For answers to your woodworking questions, ask Jerry. Yeah. Grandpa Rel says oak as well. Derek says, where can I find 1-inch screws in New York? There's a store right near me, right on Broadway up here, that would have, any kind of screws that I need. So I'll run up there at some point and just grab them. I could go to the Home Depot that's here in the city, but just getting the screws from this place is going to be the simplest thing. Ray, yes, I get that. Yes. Does poplar take stain at all, or is it just yellow tinged? Yes, poplar takes stain. I don't know. I'm just making stuff up. Now I'm just making stuff up, but I think it does take stain. Well, I hope you have all learned something tonight, because I'm just going to show you guys. So the plan was to clean all this up, but I've made more of a mess. It is now more messy in here. The intention was to clean. It is now more messy in here than it was when I started cleaning. I don't know. I hope everybody has a great rest of their day. I am going to, I got to go walk the dog, and then I got to clean this up because I got work tomorrow. And it's going to be very hard to work down here if everything is still a mess. So I hope this has been an interesting Sidetrack Sunday. I would definitely say we got a bit sidetracked tonight, and we'll see if the guys ever let me back on another episode of Sidetrack Sunday after tonight's interesting adventure. From the city that never sleeps, farewell, model citizens.
It's all about humanity. About humanity. It's all about humanity. About humanity. It's all about humanity. It's all about humanity.